Now that we have our design drawn, we're going to go ahead and trace over all of the lines with a black marker. Make sure that you do have a messy mat underneath you so that in case this marker bleeds through or you get a little too close to the edges like that, you don't get any marker on our tables. Now that we're all done outlining, those areas that we put the black X in are going to get colored in. So that entire circle that we drew that had the X in it will be filled in with the black marker. Now I'm using a technique called cut the grass. It's long poles of the marker and you're filling in with long poles of the marker. You're not scribble scrabbling, you're going in one direction, you're pulling the marker down and then back and forth all the way till you fill the circle. You may have to change directions and do this a little bit different ways, but once you're done, you will have it all nice and filled in. Now that we're all done filling in those black circles, we are going to get an eraser and erase any pencil marks because the pencil does make it look a little on the sloppy side. So we're going to use our eraser to pull off any of those pencil marks that we have left over from our drawing. We are going to be creating visual definitions for each of our definitions. So we'll have line, shape, value, texture, and color. I'm going to demonstrate each of these terms in my design and then you will continue to fill in all the additional spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up one of my spaces with lines, just using a marker to create a zigzag line. I would recommend using a color theme, not just jumping all over the place with your colors, maybe sticking with 2 to 3, maybe 4 colors. Okay, now that I've completed line, I'm going to go ahead and switch to a different marker and I'm going to fill my space with shapes. In this case, I'm filling it with different size circles. The next definition I'm going to do is value. That is the lightness and darkness of a color. So I'm going to use a crayon or a colored pencil and I'm going to start by pressing hard with that crayon. And as I'm moving across the space, I'm going to lighten up my pressure, which is going to change the value of that crayon or colored pencil. The next definition is texture. That is the way a surface looks or feels. So I'm going to be using a texture plate. You will each receive one texture plate that you will use for your whole project. I'll make sure that the texture plate is behind the area that I want to do it in, and I'm going to take a crayon works the best, and I'm going to hold firmly and rub my crayon all throughout that area. The next definition is color. Color is pretty simple. I'm just going to use one of my tools, whether it's a marker, a crayon, or a colored pencil, and I'm going to fill in one of my areas with the marker. Again, I'm using the cut the grass technique, long poles of the marker, filling in the area quickly and without a lot of scribbling. Once I've completed one of each of the definitions, I'm going to go ahead and look throughout my picture and see how many empty spaces I have. And on my particular picture here, I've counted 17. So that means that I can do each of my 5 definitions 3 more times with a few extra. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in a few more spaces with line, 3 more spaces with line, 3 more spaces with shape, 3 more spaces with value, 3 more spaces with texture, and 3 more spaces with color, and then see where I'm at that point. And then fill in any additional spaces with definitions that fit that size space. Once you are all done today or class period has ended, you will be taking this project with you. If you didn't have a chance to complete it, you are welcome to finish it once you get home, and there's no need to bring it back in. Thank you.